Linear equations, written and presented by me, Jean Legui. Here's the legal stuff. Straight lines. We're going to talk about straight lines. Now, straight lines. Here's a straight line. Here's another straight line. Here's another straight line. Straight lines are shortest distance between 2 points. There's another straight line. There's another straight line. When we graph straight lines, a couple of things to be aware of. The graph has got the x-axis, which is a straight line, which is where y equals 0. There's no up or down. And the y-axis, this is where x equals 0. There's no left or right. So 0. A straight line has got a slope to it. And the slope is the how far up divided by the how far along. So for any distance along, how far up does it go? In this case, it goes 3 up for 5 along. So the slope is how far up divided by how far along? 3 divided by 5. And we give the slope the letter m. There's another line that's got a slope. Now, same reasoning, the slope is the how far up, but this time instead of going up, it's actually going down. So the how far up is minus 3. The how far along is 5 again. So the slope is the how far up divided by the how far along. And we find that in this case the slope m equals minus 3 over 5. When a line is going downwards like this, it's got a negative slope. All of these lines have got the same slope. They're parallel. The thing that makes them different is where they cross the y-axis. The point where they cross the y-axis, we call that the intercept, which we give the letter c. So this one has got an intercept of y equals 3. This one intercepts at y equals 1.4. This one at y equals minus 0.4. This one at minus 2.4. And this one at minus 4. So, in summary, we have a slope and we have an intercept. In this case, the slope is the how far up divided by the how far along, so the slope m is 3 over 5, and the intercept is y equals 3. Slope is labelled m. It's the change in height divided by the change in the along bit, or m equals difference in y divided by difference in x. Intercept, which we label c, is where it crosses the y-axis, where x equals 0. Here we've got everything put onto one page. We have a slope, m, we have an intercept, c. If you have a graph and you want to find the equation, the equation is y equals mx plus c. That's the equation of a straight line, a linear equation. Y equals mx plus c. What that means is for a given x, you can calculate the y value. The m is the slope, 3 over 5 in our case. The c is where it crosses the y-axis. In our case, that's 3. So in our case, the equation is y equals 3 over 5 x plus 3. You can check a couple of values and see that that does actually work very well. If you're going from the equation to the graph, what you do is you plot a number of x, y pairs, a number of coordinates. And I'll start with an x value of, say, 0, and I put that into my equation, y equals 3 over 5x plus 3, and I get 3. Doink. I'll try x equals 1, and I get 3.6. Plot that. X equals 2, and I get 4.2. I'll plot that. X equals 3, and I get 4.8, and I'll plot that. Now I can just draw a line through those points. There. In actual fact, I only really needed 2 points. I just did the rest just for completion, really. Another way of doing this is from the things that we know about, from c and from the m value. So, the c, the intercept, is 3. So, where x equals 0 on the y-axis, if I just find a 3, that's one of my points. Then, the m value says that it goes 3 up for every 5 across. So I go across by 5, I go up by 3, and I've got another point. Now obviously if that was a whole number rather than a fraction, then I would go up by the whole number and along by 1, because any whole number is still a fraction divided by 1. So there's 2 points, and I can draw a line. There, job done. Where we use linear equations, it's when things grow at a steady rate, at a constant rate. For instance, I start with $2 in my pocket, and being a TAFE lecturer, I earn $5 an hour. So I'll plot those things. I start with $2 at 0 time, and I earn $5 in 1 hour. So after 1 hour, my money has gone up by that amount. There's 2 points. With 2 points, I can draw a straight line. Done. There. That's now, with this straight line, I'm now able to predict how much money I'll have at a future time. So it looks like after, say, 2 hours, I'll have $12. Riches. My friend Tanya, on the other hand, she earns much more than I do. She starts with nothing in her pocket, but she earns $6 an hour. So there, she starts with nothing in her pocket at 0 time, and she earns $6 in 1 hour. So at the end of 1 hour, she will be $6 richer. Draw another line. That's Tanya's earning line. Now from this you can see that there's some point at which Tanya and I both have the same amount of money, after which Tanya would have more money than I. And in the next lesson we'll be talking about how we predict that point. That's linear equations.